Morning, you guys. Morning. Good morning. Happy, when's this one going up? Saturday morning. I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday morning. I'm having a good Saturday morning. Hoping to go tomorrow with my daughter and check out the Georgia Aquarium's Animal Crossing exhibit. So if there are any other Animal Crossing players in here, comment down below and let me know if you want to see a vlog of the Animal Crossing exhibit at the Georgia Aquarium, because I think we're going on Sunday. But I am here to talk about something not kid-friendly, like the Animal Crossing exhibit, and that is, I read the darkest dark romance I think I've read to date. I am not a dark romance girl by trade. I'm just not. Shout out to those who are. Like, you guys are the real ones who are in the weeds reading this sadistic men stuff. Like, I have nothing but respect for you. And I'm being very careful with my words because there is a ton of drama on Book Talk right now about a reviewer who makes a lot of content about books, who supposedly said something that offended or judged dark romance readers about another book. I personally am going to stay out of it, but I didn't think she even said anything that bad. She was just a little shook by a summary of a cover, and she was like, ooh, I don't know if I would read this, or, ooh, are you guys okay out there? But I didn't think she said anything awful, like y'all need therapy or anything like that. So I'm staying completely out of it, but hey, you know, if somebody's offended, then I guess there was an issue with it. I'm not sure. I'm staying out of it. I've said that multiple times now. No opinion on that one. However, I did get influenced to read Rina Kent's, I think it's Lord of the Gods series. It's the name of the actual series. And so I started with the first book, obviously, God of Malice. God of Malice. I read it. I read the whole book. And I have thoughts, and I'm going to try and keep them as PC as I can. So on Goodreads, I gave the book a 2. I don't want to say that I enjoyed this book necessarily, but it intrigued me enough to finish it and immediately download book 2. Because one thing, no matter how you feel about certain topics in these books, one thing that Rina Kent does very, very, very well is character development and character work. Okay? Let's give, someone their flowers when they're deserved. Her character work were enough for me to read an entire book that I did not even enjoy that much. It was a little bit too much for me, and we'll get into that. And still download the next book because I'm like, wait, the next book's about this character? I really want to see what she does with this character. Wait, the next book's about that character? I really want to see what she does with that character. And so on and so forth until you've read the whole series. And it's not even your cup of tea, but you're like, I just really want to see what she does with this. I kind of like this character. I kind of like that character. Well, I got to read to book 4 to get to that character's book, or book 5. So I got to keep reading. So yeah, something that Rina Kent does very, very well, I'm noticing, is character work and character development. Top tier. Very good. Like I said, I didn't even really enjoy this book that much and still downloaded the next book just so I can find out more about Anna and Cretan, who are the couple in book 2. But book 1, God of Malice, is about Killian and Glynd. And, I don't know how I felt about it. Like I said, I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads because I didn't DNF it. 1 stars are for DNFs. And that's only because you can't give no stars on Goodreads. But I struggled to get through this book. I almost DNF'd it. after the opening scene, the cliff scene. If you have read this book, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. It is notorious in the dark romance world. And I nearly DNF'd after that scene. It is a hell of an opener for a book. Let me just put it that way. Read all of your triggers before starting this book. The trigger warnings are right there. And the opening chapter is a massive trigger warning. I don't know. I'm trying not to give too much opinion on this book and more just go by the facts, just because it's one of those situations where that's the best thing to do. As long as it's perfectly legal, I'm not going to judge anyone for what they are into or what they like. Does this book, in many points, walk a very fine line between what is legal and what is not legal? It does. And that's kind of where I took a few issues in. But I digress. I still read the whole thing and was intrigued enough to keep reading. Like I said, is it necessarily for me? Is it going to be my favorite genre? Probably not. I love a good fantasy romance because I need a little world building with my romance. I need a little heroine. I need a badass female who is kicking everybody's ass. That's what I like in a romance. But that's not what everybody likes. Everyone has differing tastes, and a lot of women like these very dominant male characters who are morally gray. I like a morally gray fae. I do. But when it comes to really, really almost morally black human males, they just don't quite do it for me. Killian didn't quite do it for me. And that's okay. Like I said, there are other characters in the series that I feel like I'm going to like more. So I'm very excited to read about them, and I will continue to read the series. So well done, Rina Kent, in that. Even somebody who is not a dark romance reader, if you can get past the sex scenes and some of the more dark romancy stuff, then you can enjoy the characters, I feel like. So yeah, that's my take on God of Malice, guys. I did not go into it thinking I would like it, and I kind of didn't, kind of did, I don't know. But was definitely, like I said, intrigued enough to keep reading the series. It's going to be a minute before I get to the second book, God of Pain, because I've got so much other stuff that I'm reading right now. We are finishing up for The Wolf, which I'm so excited about. Then I finally got from the library The Last Lone Painter that I haven't read yet, which is The Do-Over. Excited to read that. Elsie Silver's new book is out, Wild Eyes. Very excited about that. I've still got the new Lexi Ryan that came out I haven't read yet. I still haven't read the new, is it Daylight? It's in the Icebreaker series. I have to read that. So it might be a minute before I get to God of Pain, but I am going to continue the series. So yeah, I'm very, very interested, and I want to give Rina Kent her flowers on her character development because they are well deserved. Even somebody who didn't absolutely love this first book, I want to read the next to see what happens to these characters. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thanks for joining me today on my review of God of Malice, and come back next week and we'll see what we can talk about. Hopefully talking about one of these new releases I just picked up. So love you guys, and bye.